Cooking soul. Cooking soul. Cooking soul. Cooking soul. Well, hello, everybody, or should we say bienvenidos from Guadalajara Country Club in Guadalajara, Mexico. Nick Gismondi alongside Sara Diaz getting you all set for the Collegiate Invitational that kicks off tomorrow. Let's first talk about this unbelievable place. Sara, first of all, welcome to the Baby Grand team. We are so glad to have you along with us.
Thank you very much, Nick. I'm so excited to be here. As a former college player, Nick, I am so jealous of the girls that are getting to play this beautiful golf course. And listen, I went out to the practice round today. I was out there with the teams. I followed Virginia and OSU. And this is a classic parkland course. You've got tree-lined fairways. You've got strategic bunkers. But the challenge will be the greens. So you've got slopey greens, fast greens. And so the line and the pace will be very key to being able to score well.
We're going to talk a little bit more about this golf course in a moment, but I know it's special for you to be able to also be here. I know you're from the north of Mexico. We were talking about
Mexico.
That earlier,
that's right. Yes.
This is a little different. It feels a little different down here.
It is very different. You know, northern Mexico is very far from here. We're in the western southern part of the country. We're in the capital of the state of Jalisco. But the weather, it's probably the biggest change, Nick, because where I'm from, Chihuahua, Mexico, it's desert-like. And look at this. It's almost jungle-like, lush green, and the weather is absolutely perfect. So I'm used to extreme weathers, very hot or very cold. But listen, for 27 holes, first day, second day, these girls I think are going to really enjoy just because the weather is absolutely gorgeous.
Let's talk about that first. The format of this tournament, a little bit different. It will be a 2-day tournament, but a 3-round tournament. So 27 holes tomorrow, 27 holes on Saturday. What is that mentality for a player going in, knowing that round number 2, you get to sleep on it, essentially?
Yeah, this is a different format, mainly because of the logistics of playing in Mexico in an international setting, right? Most girls are used to playing either 36 and 18 or 18 3 days. So when you think about 27 holes, you have to think of endurance, right? You got to be able to maintain your energy. You got to be able to drink water and eat. And listen, when I was playing college golf and we had harsher weather, you even thought about, let me change my socks so it can make you feel a little bit more refreshed. But like we said, the weather is not going to be a problem. You just have to maintain your energy levels. And then also, it's a good idea to keep those mental notes because you're going to play 18 and then you're going to see the same pin sheets again, the pin locations, the front 9. So they're going to play 18 and then the front 9, and then the following day they'll play the back 9 and then 18 again.
How do you fuel for a 27-hole event? I'm sure you have it figured out for 18 and you have it figured out for 36. Do you have to make considerable adjustments to the body for in a tournament like this?
Listen, I was always the type of player who stretched in the morning. I worked out, but in college golf, you're so used to it, right? You're used to playing 18. You finish on hole 18 and you go straight to 1. So I think mentally you're used to it. And like I said, you just got to keep the pace. You know it's going to be a long day. You stay positive out there, and then that's how you get it done.
12 teams competing here, over 60-plus players. We had a chance to get out on the practice round a little bit today and hang out with them. We'll talk about the course more in a moment, but what struck you initially? You were with a few teams today. I was with a few teams. I know you were with Virginia. They're the host of this tournament. Rhea Scott was also a fantastic partner and broadcaster with us here at Baby Grand. Puts on an amazing event, been coming here for quite a long time. She calls it her home away from home. Let's start with her team. What really struck you with the women from Virginia?
I thought Coach Rhea was very positive, and she was very strategic. You know, she has hosted this tournament for about 5 years. She was a very good player herself. Her assistant coach, Annie Schmidt, who I played with, well, we played for University of Richmond. We missed each other for a few years, but I think they understand the importance of course management. So they were very intentional about the targets that they should be hitting, right? So I heard Coach Rhea say, girls, let's stay disciplined and hit the middle of the green. Do not be tempted by the flags, right? Because if you put it in the wrong location, then that just is going to yield big mistakes, right? So I heard her say that. And then the other thing that I noticed, Nick, was that the girls were walking together. Yeah. The girls were our friends. They hang out outside of the classroom, outside of the golf practice. And I've always thought, Nick, that the players who won were girls that actually got along and were friends. They supported each other. This is a very individual sport, but I always found that the teams that glued were the successful ones.
And that team is very young, by the way. So what you're seeing now and the budding leadership that's coming out of it, it's going to be very impressive. There was a few we hung on a hole for a little while, and I got the same impression. Very together, very fun loving, and Rhea Scott might be the most positive person on the planet.
I think so too. Another team that is very young is FSU. They had a history making year last year. They've won this tournament twice, but their top two players left. Now they're playing on the LPGA, Mirabel Tang and Lottie Wout. So the tournament is up for grabs. There are some players here who have had the experience of playing in Guadalajara Country Club, but truly anybody could win it out here today.
We did mention 12 of the top teams in the country here competing. Certainly a lot of eyes on North Carolina State University. Marie Madsen in the field. She's their number one. She's probably the one to watch at the tournament this week. But I think what we have to also remember is that a lot of these teams that are in this tournament didn't get much warm-up coming into this because of the winter storm that rolled through the U.S.
Yeah, we've been freezing the
Not
U.S.,
really.
particularly you. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I
I'm
know that you're in
Yeah,
Denver.
not warm.
But listen, I don't think it's going to get, you don't have to make that many adjustments to nice weather. What you do have to think about, though, in this golf course is that, we're in Guadalajara, so it's 5,000 feet above sea level, right? So that means the air is thinner and the ball is going to carry further. So you have to think that about your distances are going to increase by about 10%. So I think those girls were making notes today. They were making mental notes. 10%, it's not that much, but it'll certainly, make your confidence grow a little bit more because you're hitting it a little bit further.
Let's focus on the golf course a little bit. We talked about that in terms of it being narrow and it being very lush and green. There are trees everywhere here, and that can put you into a little bit of trouble. We were going through our yardage books yesterday and today, and truthfully, one of the difficult things for these girls might be the fact that they're not using driver too much on this golf course.
Yeah, that's right. This is a course that rewards accuracy over power, right? So 6,210 yards. It's not going to overwhelm you, but you just have to be able to place it in the right spots on the fairway and most importantly on the greens, right? So there's some small targets out there, but they're reasonable, large greens. So it's going to be a fun course.
The par 4 10th that sits just beyond us here, it might be one of the more fun holes on the golf course. You can see the beautiful city landscape, but most players are going to use an iron off the tee. It's downhill most of the way. There's a couple of different speed slots here. Not too much trouble on it, but a hole for them to maybe make the turn and come off of a par 5 ninth and, yeah, I don't know, give it a go.
Yeah, exactly. And I think one of the most beautiful things about this golf course, too, is that you see the city of Guadalajara, right? This is a city where, it's a very cultural city, historic city, but modern energy. This is the birthplace of mariachi. You've got tequila, just
I like that
about,
one.
yes.
Big mariachi fan. Bigger tequila fan.
Just a short drive. You can go to the town of Tequila that is known for hosting bachelorette parties. You can go sample different tequila. So there's a lot of culture here, history, but also great athletes. I think there's an extra level of motivation, Nick, this week because this is where Lorena Ochoa grew up. This is a very good golf course where Carlos Ortiz came out of. PGA Tour winner who now plays on Live, but he went to the Olympics. And then Lorena, 27-time LPGA winner, 2-time major champion, and a Hall of Famer. So I think that's an inspiration for all these girls that are wanting to go pro and wanting to improve their game.
One of the other interesting facets of this tournament is that doesn't happen in college golf very often. They have caddies. And they're local caddies.
They're local caddies, Nick, which I was trying to figure out if they were going to be speaking in Spanish or in English.
Yeah.
They are allowed to read, the greens for the girls, and they're great. You want to be able to tap into that knowledge. They don't allow push cards, and that's the reason why the girls were able to choose caddies. So you could choose to not have a caddy or have a caddy, but I saw all of the girls wanting to have that extra teammate on their back today.
Well, and there are several Spanish-speaking players in the field. What an unbelievable advantage that may lie for them because they get the benefit of the full-on conversation with a caddy who has local knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. I met a few girls from Spain. You've got a lot of internationals as well. And also, Nick, the girls that came here for the Mexican Amateur Championship 2 weeks ago
2 weeks
also
ago,
have
yeah.
a huge advantage because they already saw the golf course. So there was two UTSA players that came out here. Coach Summers was also here, and she was telling me that they were taking notes. So watch out for UTSA.
One other thing about this golf course is that it will change throughout the course of the day, like most golf courses do. But this course's protection, other than the narrowness, lies in the greens. And I just want to get into that a little bit with you because there are so many that are bold, so much extreme slope on some of them. And then the protection around all of the greens is really what is impressive. It's either water or it's bunkers or it's both. And they are surrounding the entire complex.
Yeah, the greens are made of bent grass and poena, right? It's a combination. So bent grass tends to be thin texture and it rolls very true. Poena, on the other hand, that will make it a little bit trickier. So as you said, as the day goes on, it gets warmer. The poena, it's a grass, but we say it almost like flowers, right? It has these seeds that come up. So it'll be harder to identify, what the correct speed and line is. So it's something that you have to get adjusted. You have to be watching how the other girls putt as well so that you can make the best decision.
And they will get firm, and they are very fast right now. And I feel like there are several situations, and especially on tempting par threes. And we had this conversation with several of the women in the tournament, just asking them about, all right, they're gonna tuck pins, they're gonna make it very hard over the course of the next 2 days. Sometimes making the smart play and just dumping it in the middle of the green and settling for a two-putt par is the play.
Yeah, Ben Hogan, I believe, is the one that said pins are for fools, right? And that's what Coach Ria was talking about earlier. Let's stay disciplined, go for the middle of the green. Listen, you're gonna have a chance where you can make birdie, right? So the important part is being able to land it on the fat part of the green, on the safe part. And then that way you can give yourself a chance, make the putts, keep the mistakes small, and then that way you can get a good run in.
Weather will be perfect here throughout the next few days. No rain in the forecast. Wind will be nominal. There are some spots on this course, even though it is tucked into the trees and through some buildings that will have a little bit of a factor. We'll keep you up to date on all of that. And the other factor that could come into play for these women are the numerous opportunities at tacos on the golf course several times. I count at least there are at least 4 opportunities to stop and get tacos.
You got to get the food here. Listen, Guadalajara. So Guadalajara is known for, several dishes, okay? Yeah. You've got the tortas ahogadas, which is the carnitas sandwiches. They're drowned in chile sauce. We haven't had that. We need to get that.
Sounds good. You surprised me with one, and we've got a feature on it. We'll tell you what happens, but keep going. Tell me what else we got.
Pozole rojo, okay? So it's a stew with pork. And then corn. How many corn?
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
And then birria. Birria is a stew with also meat. So those 3 dishes you got to have in Guadalajara before we leave.
Those all sound safe and very tasty.
I told you, just trust me. Don't think about what it is.
I trust
Don't
you.
think about, if you're gonna like it or not, because it's so full of flavor.
You spun me for one today, taco wise, and when you tune into the stream over the next couple of days, you'll see it, and my reaction tells you everything. But I will say that my partner has not yet let me down. Everything has been absolutely phenomenal and delicious. So what's your favorite? Like, what's your go-to?
Oh my gosh, I can eat everything here. The thing is, like, when you come to Mexico, the diet is going to go out the window. Yep. You're going to gain a few pounds, but we're okay with that, Nick, because we're enjoying the culture and the people too. It's special for me to come back to this country because the people are always so welcoming. There's a warmth about, the community, and then the hospitality service is top notch. So I'm very happy to be here. Second time in Guadalajara, first time in the Guadalajara Country Club. But like I said, I'm from northern Mexico, so viva Chihuahua too.
You've been an amazing host for us. The Guadalajara Country Club has been an amazing host. The city of Guadalajara has been incredibly welcoming. It has been a wonderful few days. I just kind of started getting going here and looking forward to the next few as well. Before we say goodbye and get set for some celebrations and things tonight here at the Guadalajara Country Club, what are you most looking forward to over the next couple of days?
I want to see the talent, Nick. It's been some years since I've been removed from women's college golf,
Hmm.
right? So mostly I've been with the tours, I've been seeing men. So I think it's going to bring back some memories of when I played with my sister at University of Richmond, the feelings of when I was trying to get better and I was trying to improve. So, it's the first tournament of the spring. It feels like a clean slate because you just started a new semester. These girls have gotten adjusted to their spring classes for about 3 weeks, so not that
Yeah.
long, right? But you feel like it's almost like a reset because you've had the holidays to rest. So I'm looking forward to seeing one, if I can still keep up.
You will. You can. You're crushing it.
But I want to see the talent and I want to meet the girls and the teams.
I wanted to see you play a hole today, actually. I was trying to get a golf
You
club
should have
ready
told me.
right
I
now.
would have brought my clubs. I don't think I could probably have snuck in. I still look like I could be a
Yeah,
college
you do. You
player,
look
you know?
exactly like you could.
No, but listen, these are excellent D1 teams, and I feel very lucky to now tap into the coaches' minds, as far as strategy, what they're teaching these girls, and also get to know the girls that are representing their schools.
Our coverage begins tomorrow. We'll have hello from or bienvenidos from. I'm getting that right, yeah?
Yes,
Look,
yeah,
I'm
he's
crushing it.
getting
I'm going
it
to be
right.
fluent
Yes.
by the end of this. Our coverage starts tomorrow. Make sure you check all of our social streams for exact timing. And then we'll be hanging on a few holes tomorrow, bringing you live streaming coverage from not only round one, but most of round two also. And then we'll be right back here to wrap things up for you from Guadalajara Country Club at the end of the day. We thank you so much for being with us. We're excited to be here, and we're excited for you to tune in and see some incredible women's golf from the beautiful Guadalajara Country Club. For Sara Diaz, I'm Nick Gismondi. We will see you tomorrow morning as we get you set for round number one of the Collegiate Invitational.
Nos vemos.
Cooking soul. Cooking soul. cooking soul. cooking soul.